Which path do you choose? Good morning. My name is Father Frank Buckley. Delighted to be your host for our morning meditation group on this beautiful Friday morning in Hollywood. Today is going to be a great day. This is a three-part program. Today is Poetry Friday. I know I promised you Mary Oliver, but another poem came up this morning on poetry.com that caught my attention. So we'll put Mary Oliver on hold to next week for our inspiration. And for this week, we will choose Robert Frost. So this is a three-part program. We always begin with a little inspiration. On Fridays, it's poetry. Second part is the heart of the matter. We engage our morning practice through a contemplative meditation group, giving the first part of the morning to God and letting the rest of the day unfold as she will. And of course, the third part is our Jesuit Examine. On Fridays, we just look over the week and notice those parts of our life and our world where God came alive for us in a beautiful way. So let's get started on this Friday morning with a little poetry. This morning we'll be reading the poem by Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and perhaps even having the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I mark the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. Thank you, Robert Frost. What a beautiful way to start our morning as we move through the Easter season on a journey. I still remember as a very young boy receiving a birthday card from my grandmother in New Orleans with this poem on it. It touched me then, and it touches me now. What a perfect segue into our contemplative practice. So I invite you to get comfortable, take your shoes off, let your feet touch the earth, our mother, while I lower the lights. So get comfortable. One of the ways we flourish is to unplug. I will set the timer for 20 minutes so we don't have to worry about that while you unplug your technology. So let's see here. Hold on. Not an hour here, 10, 12. All right, we've got the timer set. I invite you to lower the eyes or close the eyes, whatever feels comfortable and great to you this morning. And we'll begin and end with the sound of the bell. Let's get started. Listen, listen. The sound of the bell returns us to our true home. As always, we begin with diaphragmatic breathing, breathing deeply as possible into the lower belly, in through the nose, out through the mouth 3 times. And on this Friday, I encourage you to really make an effort to make the out breath longer than the in breath. There's a lot of research with what's called heart rate variability, and we do that through lengthening the exhale, which is the relaxation response. So we don't go through the day stressed out of our minds. So this is an opportunity to get the heart rate variability in a healthy sequence. Let's begin. Inhale and slowly exhale. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Bringing fresh oxygen to the brain and the body and giving the heart rate a healthy cadence. Last time, deeply as possible. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Continue to breathe on your own. Take the attention to the body. Just settle into your chair. Notice the rise and fall of the tummy. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude on this beautiful Friday morning. Let's see if we can come up with something for which we're grateful and just name it in one word. Very, very gently place that word next to your heart. And as a community, literally around the world, let's breathe 1 time into that gratitude. Together, inhale and exhale. We feel to heal. Just notice what you feel this morning. Continue to breathe on your own. Let's just focus on an intention for this morning, something we desire deeply in our life in this moment. St. Ignatius invites us to be courageous enough on this Friday morning to ask God for something great and beautiful today. And we'll seal the intention with an inhale and an exhale. Continue to notice the rise and fall of the belly. Listen to the sounds around you. Engage your sacred word 4 or 5 times. Drop down and enjoy the miracle of mindfulness. Please continue.
Very, very gently bring your attention back to the room. If the eyes were closed, go ahead, open the eyes. Let's circle the wrist a little bit. Other way. Excellent. Big morning stretch. Inhale. Happy weekend. Exhale, release. Shake out anything you've been holding on to this week. Now we'll move into our Jesuit Examine, and we just build a little community here. Feel free to drop something in the comment box where God's come alive for you this week. For me, I'm thinking of three places, spaces. First, happy Easter. This is the Easter week, and it has been really beautiful here in Hollywood. I love the idea of the church that when Christ rises, something really amazing happens. We get Jesus in our world and in our lives, not as a dead God, but as an active and decisive agent in our own hearts and in our world. The risen Christ is the hope of the church and of our own personal journey. Second, yesterday, I do the Flourishing and Recovery group, and it was a really amazing group. We did a little, for part of the group, it's this little tapping in exercise to come up with a safe space. And yesterday, for the tapping, we used our imagination to engage an inner wisdom figure, and just went around the group and people shared who that inner wisdom figure was. And it was people's grandparents, the earth, the Bible, beauty. It was really amazing. And then we did the tapping exercise and engaged with our inner wisdom figure. So I really loved that group. It was one of the highlights of my week this week. And then last but not least, I really love Poetry Friday and sharing the poem of Robert Frost with our community. It brought back such beautiful memories of me, as I shared earlier, of my grandmother. She was also a musette, and just this kind of amazing redhead, very lively woman. She ran a ballet school out of her house in the Garden District in New Orleans, and the Garden District is really everything and more that Anne Rice writes about. Very, very, really a sanctuary in New Orleans. Just a beautiful, beautiful place, and it brought back a lot of beautiful memories for me. So I am so grateful for all of you and to building this community and tuning in every morning to give the first hour of our day to God. Hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I cannot wait to see you on Monday. God bless you.